Yeah, we're working on a new system for Blender to smooth. So, I lost the other one and I'm so upset about it. Yeah, I'll show you how this works. So you can do a visualizer in this as well. This will help a lot of figure artists. So say if I have this, I can go to detect visual. It should show a glowing line, which it's no longer doing. Here, let me go back to my editor. Yeah, we gotta test the smoothing though. So I'm making a new system called a Smart Smooth. So what this add-on's gonna do is detect your figure's edges. It's gonna calculate the distance between each edge. And if they're close, like these edges within edges that are parallel from everything else, it'll try to correct those. So say for example, if I had that, I could clear my visual selection, so that probably looks a lot better. See, alright. Now it's gonna draw a little split here along all. This should be a different color. It is showing it though, but that's just to show you where your edges are at, your sharpest edges, and then you can clear the visual like so. So the next thing we can do is we can also just do manual smoothing, and I made this optimized so it doesn't crash fucking computers all the time like Blender's known for. So for example, see how now it's taking shape on the thing, so we can keep going soft, softer, 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 softer. And see, we're getting a pretty damn good smooth here, but we need to detect these edges right here is what I'm after, right? So another thing we could do, so let me just bring that back to what it was. Okay. Let's try with a little bit more subdivision. I wouldn't go max right now. I don't want to break something, so let's just keep going with smooth. Let me open my task manager that way it doesn't crash my computer again. It didn't really help, did it? So we'll just try apply smooth and see what that modifier does. This is a completely different. I'm working on two different smooth things in one. See down at the bottom, smooth 8. Fucking 181,000 vertices. Okay. See how it's starting to smooth the inside of these things that I was telling you about? So that, see how it calculated that? So that worked really well. As far as code goes. So now let's just try going soft. I'm going to redo all of this. I'll make it one button eventually. Yeah, I have a whole Jak and Daxter series. I'm gonna make it to, yeah, see again, smooth 881,000 vertices. That can't be right. See? Yeah, well, I gotta do the visual editor, so let's just jump over into the code here. So let me just, fuck it, I hate Blender's little thing, so let me just replace the whole freaking thing. It's the same thing, it's just next line. Ah, shit. So that's on, what line is that? Yeah, let me bring the thing down, like that. Yeah, hello everyone. So, yeah, I'm in Sublime at the moment, so I need to go true default preserve. Then we need to go op.edge threshold. Holy fuck, man, that's so many OPs. It's a lot of OPs, bro. And then we need to go to line 347. It says object is not callable. What am I trying to call? Ah, found it. Alright, we're good to go. Yeah, I fixed it. So we're going to replace this. Hit play. Oh my god, another syntax error. Why? Where? Now it's on 425. Well, I have the original script. I'll show you what the first one I was working on looked like. It works a lot better than what I'm doing now. Right now I'm trying to push it past that threshold of a wall. You'll see what I'm doing. Well, I needed to detect the edges first. I've been programming for like 3 weeks, man. Fucking Christ, dude. I've been doing like 2 different video games, been doing add-ons. Shit. Anyway, yeah, so I needed to change 425. Let me just do that real quick and then we'll get that in there. It should work now. If not, I'll revert it back to the original one and I'll show you what I was working with. I have no idea where I put that one damn code, though. I was working on an add-on a few days ago for Destroyed. Yeah, I like crashed my computer and every password on my computer was deleted. I don't know what the fuck happened. There we go. Now the script works. See, right now I change it to say gentle, balanced, strong, maximum, right? So let's see. Let's go detect visual. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. And this is going to tell you your rough edges, the edges that should be smooth. So that visual detection act worked really well. And then you can clear your visual like that. Click that. We're going to go gentle smoothing and see what happens. I'm going to change that whole thing into one giant smart smooth. Yeah, let's try it this way. Fucking Christ. Let me just get a base model here again. So, let's see. Edit. Subdivide. We'll just do it twice. Gentle. Too long. Too long. Okay. There we go. Let's just keep pressing gentle and see how far we can get that thing. Because the eyes are coming out really nice. There we go. Smoothing 4 or 5 vertices with edge preservation. Even the computer's telling me that. Thank you, Lord. Fucking Christ. Been trying to do that for like 3 days. Yeah, we're just going to keep hitting gentle, and then we're going to do it again, and we're going to try it on strong. The thing is that I needed to calculate faster. That's the thing. But that's a lot for 45,000 faces being smooth, bro. That's some fucking quick time. We got some problems here. Absolutely got some problems here. So, like, for example... what does my subdivision look like? So let's go. Alright, so let's try this again. So we still got some blockiness down there. So we can get the code to solve that as well. So let me just let's try Jack and see what happens. Yeah, it's a 3D print STL. It's just I got a lot of work to do on it first before it's finished, obviously. So what we could do is go like this. We can go and grab everything on the upper body. Okay. Anyway. So let's try to just smooth the head. That way I don't have a whole lot of geometry to work with. So let's go to edit mode. Sculpt. Let's see what happens if we go balance smooth. And you shouldn't have to be in edit mode to do this either. Well, that's, oh yeah, okay, not bad. We'll hit balanced again and see what happens. It needs to happen at once. The one I was working on a few days ago that I showed off on YouTube is really cool. It did like 8 different steps simultaneously. And it corrected everything. Yeah, we got some deformation going on here. I see what the code is trying to do, looks. Specifically told it to pull it that way. Like, that's not bad, man. That's really, really not bad for an add-on just smoothing your model like that. Like, that's a really fucking good start, dude. The hardest part is getting those first smooth edges around these. It's these edges that are the biggest problem when you're smoothing models. Because when you smooth, like over here, for example, sometimes you pull those faces down. Like, see, like, that's a great base to start with, man. Fucking Christ. See, like, that should be smooth, and then right up in here should be smooth, too. See what I mean? And then what you can do is just go over once with your brush. It's these little pinched parts. For some reason, it's doing these little pinched parts. See that? Just got rid of it like that, so we'll tell the code to do it that way. I'm going to get the code to calculate the model. See, like, look how easy that would be to smooth now? You know how much work that just saved me? That saved me so many modifiers, bro. You have no idea just now. That's actually kind of crazy. That's not a part of his head, that's why. I love how it kept those big edges, because those are usually the edges that I want to smooth manually. Because you'll notice they start to like pinch up sometimes when you're doing a sculpting. And get really annoying. But having them be forced out. So basically what I told the program to do is add like a mesh or an invisible pad. So it'll always warp around. It'll never fully pinch until it's flat. That way, if it does miss, you have the ability to smooth it. Like all these glowing lines that you see here are the ones that were kept from being pinched. And then from that point, I can just take my brush. And his magic is that. No, none of that fucking circle-shaped point, you know? Yeah, but that worked really well so far. So I gotta go back into the program, and then we're gonna code it to do something else. I just want to make sure this is keeping all the edges that I want. Yeah, like right here. So that would have been another one right here on this corner that you see there. That would have been like, it would have looked like a flower. All these other points coming into it. But I got that to correct it. So after it's done smoothing out the faces, it'll separate those. Here, I'll show you what I mean. I'll fucking show you. But that way you can just smooth it with your mouse. Really easy like that. And there's no flower. I don't like that flowering. Like right there. It's pretty much gone. Yeah, it's good news. It's kind of cool. Alright, so let's see what happens. Let's just try it without subdivision and see what happens. So we have the coat here. Let's just hit gentle. I'm not quite sure what that's doing. See how it's like flexing it kinda? It's kinda like sculpting it, which is really not cool to see. So what we need to do, so we're gonna try this with quads. Quads, by the way, are just squares. Then we're just gonna go back to object mode and we're gonna go to balanced. This is a really good object to try this on. See how this thickness right here in the jacket? We're going to see if we can preserve that. I might just keep my task manager open just in case. Yeah, last time my computer was frozen, I couldn't open my task manager. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. We smoothed 119,000 vertices, a lot faster than any other add-on I've ever used. It's good though. It's not taking long because it's doing a process. It's literally just calculating. That's why it's taking so long. Like, that's okay. It could still be a little bit better. So let's go strong and just see what happens when we press strong. Each of these are slightly different than each other. Well, hey, man. I mean, it's a lot fucking better, bro. I mean, that's pretty cool, dude. I am really actually surprised. That doesn't look good to you guys, but as me, for has been sculpting figures for years, dude, that looks really good, especially right here on the belt. Notice how this got smoothed and the back got smooth right down into this point. This point is a nightmare when you're sculpting. Sometimes when you go in to smooth this stupid little crease, it'll pull this whole crease with it. The whole fucking thing will just get deformed, you know? Right here are pinched. These are pinched. These are kept from flowering, remember? So I specifically told the script to do that. That way I could do this with my mouse. No flowering at all. That's amazing. Oh, dude, that's going to make doing this so much fucking faster. Jesus Christ. Yeah, right here's a little crease. Well, if you're making figures for customers, I got to do this right, you know? Yeah, the add-on will be available on Blender Market as always, or Superhive, that's what it's called now. Yeah, there's another flower. I love that it keeps that. I'm not going to tell it to change that at all. Uh-oh. Did we do what I wanted not to? Nice. Okay, so it is keeping the edges. Yeah, that's how I want it. See what I mean? Like if you came in here to smooth, so you get that little funkiness. That's really cool that the add-on tries its best to get right tight down. Yeah, that's interesting, eh? Cool, cool. So let me go back into the script and then let me see if I can just push this over. And we'll try it on the legs next. That's why I brought in this. That's why I'm doing it on this figure. That way I can. Let me just attach everything first. Alright, so I gotta go into Sublime here, and we need. I'm also gonna tell it to do this. Fuck, man. Let's try something experimental here. Here, what's that other button there called? The Apply Smooth. Yeah, we're gonna try something here. We're gonna try something super experimental with that apply smooth button because we don't necessarily need it because that bottom one works really, really damn well. I don't know where the select all button is. There we go. Now we have an auto smooth. So let's go. Yeah, don't worry about everything. Let's try it and see what happens. Yeah, it's poop. That one worked like shit. The other one works so damn well. Yeah, and then we can go like detect visual, and it should show like a line. Around it. It'll take a little bit of refining to get that to work properly. Yeah, he patch this up. I gotta have a smoke while I do this. Yeah, it's impolite to smoke in public. Mama taught me. Well, I can give it to you for free if you want. I mean, yeah, you'll see. We're making a new add-on for people for 3D printing. That because I had already made Fixamo, right? And that deleted everybody's problem with having to combine Mixamo animations. So now that I completed that, and I got really good reviews on that, we're gonna make a smoothing tool for people. So like people that don't have much Blender experience can smooth their figures when they make them, because that's a complicated step to making figures is smoothing. It's one of the longest process of doing the whole thing, you know. And it's close. Yeah, that funked up, man. We funked something up. Yeah, I'll show you the original one I started with. Let me just try this real quick. Fuck, man, I hate how you can't just select everything. See what happens. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, we'll give it a minute. I'm curious to see what will happen. Yeah, that was absolute piss, dude. That was fucking garbage. That didn't work. Here, this is what we're gonna do then. We'll revert it a little. Fuck. I put the wrong one in. There. Yeah, watch this one. This is the one I'm building off of. So this is my version 1 of it. So if I went, I could go medium. Yeah, see, there's still a bunch of errors in there. And we can go smart, smooth, medium. So these are the 3 I was playing with originally. See, that smart, smooth kind of worked really well, actually. And say if I just hit smart, smooth again. See, like that worked really damn well. That's really close, but there's still some of these sharp edges here. Like that. And under the lip. Like that worked really well, man. Like that's all I really had to do, you know? Maybe right here on these edges, just kind of go over them. Like that worked really well. And it's still preserving, by the way. When you're in sculpt mode, it'll still keep its shape. So it's still actively detecting as we're going. Yeah, like right here, this is the error. This is what I'm trying to solve. That could just be a subdivision issue. And down on the body. But I do like how it's not forcing the point inward, right? So it's like saying, hey, there might be an error here. We're going to skip it, and you can manually smooth it. And that's not a problem or anything. It's like right on the tail. That could have been done by the add-on. I don't know why it didn't. That's why we're refining it. Right? And on the hand. Didn't even try to do that. And on the arm. I do like how it did the back of the hat, though. That actually came out very nice. But see how it didn't go any lower than the head? It could have done that automatically. I don't know why it didn't. Like, that's pretty cool, man. Like, I like it. I like it a lot. Here, so let me, threshold. So we need the thresh. Hmm. Yeah, cause this is actually a game changer, man. Look at that, dude. Like, that's fucking awesome, man. That is awesome, dude. Bro, we have a fucking add-on here. This is sick. Oh, man, I'm so happy this works, man. You know, oh, this is gonna make my work so much easier. Oh. I love it. I love it. I'm real happy about this. That's absolute, dude. I barely did anything on this myself. That's funny. Yeah, we just smoothed it basically with the add-on and just painted a couple strokes over things and like, dude, that's coming along phenomenal. Yeah, like here's another one of those detected edges. Oh, here's another one. See how it's still showing it, like displaying it, like highlighting it on shadow? Dude, this add-on's gonna change everything for people. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it looks way better, dude. Oh, this add-on's so sick, dude. I'm so stoked. Yeah, yeah. So here's what I just did. So we gotta go back to our script. Can't you just select all? Ah, there we go. There we go. So now I added a show edge and clear. So there's no need to have that apply smooth button on there. So let's see if it works. We'll hit show edge. It should detect all of the edges, which it did not. Okay, let me see. Something's not going on. It's not drawing properly. No, dude, I'm really happy the way that worked, though. That's cool. Yeah, I could bring in another STL. We're going to try it with a different one now. This smart smoothing is game-changing, bro. Like, it's game-changing. The post-process to making a model is everything in modeling. Like, it's everything. Your post is everything. I don't know how I got it to do that before. I don't know what the fuck I clicked. Yeah, it looked different. Anyway. There, now we should have a better edge detect. The fuck? Yeah, I don't know why it created a separate object. Yeah, but we got a really nice smooth tool out of this, which is super cool, man. Yeah, I'm just editing this right here, and I'm gonna show you. Getting it to show the edges isn't necessarily that important because you're gonna be able to see them pretty well defined anyway. But yeah, I'll release it for free to everybody that's on YouTube because I love my YouTube community. I'll tell you, yeah, but I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll tell you right now, I'd rather have 10 real viewers than 100,000 bots. I'll tell you that. As long as I have 10 people watching me, that's. I keep go. There we go. Yeah, that's way frickin' better, dude. Oh, yes! Bro, that's so much better than orange. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, look, I can actually see them. I love that. And then it brings you into the wireframe grid right in edit mode. Like, that's sick, dude. Yeah, that's gonna help a lot of people. Let's try something. Whoop, whoop. See all this? I'm gonna see if I can get the add-on to correct this. We could try to do it with quads. Isn't that sick, dude? Isn't that fucking cool? I can actually see what things are now. Even if the grid... What's really hard to get that to do is do this. Get that a lot smaller than the rest of that. That's crazy. Anyway. Oh my god, that actually worked. Holy shit. Bro, this is insane. Let's see if we keep going. I want to see if it actually ever starts to deform. Oh my freaking god, bro. Get out of here. It did. Okay, let's go medium, see what happens. Oh my god, hands down, boys. We did it. That is so fucking cool, man. That is sick, dude. We got it. I'm so fucking happy about that. You have no idea how happy I am about that right now. That is so fucking cool to me. Get out of Dodge. Did any errors happen? What is going on up here? Oh yeah, little error. That's okay. Maybe that was on the model before, I'm not sure. It's not showing me my edges anymore either. Oh. Let's try that with another model now. Let's go to the Watts laser gun. Alright. Now, so let's start with our subdivisions. We just do 2. Go quad. We'll hit it with another. Then we'll hit show us our edges. Uh-oh. Have no valid angle. That's fine. This works. This is good enough. Okay, so now we can go back to object. So let's just clear our edges so there's not so much data in the project. And then let's go smart medium. For some reason, this gun is giving us an error, but everything else didn't. Like a Jack figure and a Dexter figure. We had the 10mm pistol, didn't give us an error. So we'll see what happens with this one. But I'm very surprised already at how well this works. Very surprised. This one might give us a bit of a problem. Bug testing, that's why we do this. There we go. Oh wow, that actually worked quite well. See, it smoothed the inside of the stock really well. Oh, geez. It's the barrel of the gun I want to check, too. Alright, so it's starting to conform to it. So let's hit it with a light and see what happens. Oh, you know, that is a good idea. That is a really good idea. Wouldn't that be cool, eh? I think we could do that. So, yeah, that's actually brilliant. So someone on Discord mentioned that what we could do is make a button that detects and adds a mask to all the edges and preserves that based on a mask. Like, that's a really good idea. This one's taking forever for some reason. The edge detection had a bit of an error. But yeah, dude, that's working really well. Okay, so I would call that one a fail, if anything. So let's try our Jack again. Except let's try a full body figure with no solidifying, nothing done to it. So this is just based right out of pose. So now we'll leave it on tries. We'll go show edges. I really like that. See, this is where that pinch happens that I was telling you about. In the add-on, what it does is, I call it stuffing. It basically stuffs that so it doesn't go pinched. So when those vertices, usually when you smooth, they tighten up and then they fold around each other like that, and then you get a lot of print errors. And you'll see it sometimes. It's twisted out of shape, and a lot of the time the only way to fix it is to revert or restart. But yeah, no, that I love that. And you can delete your edges. Let's see if show is show again. Let's see what happens if we press show again. Nothing. Okay, good. That's the point of bug testing. If I would have pressed that, if it kept doubling the data. So let's see if that's true. So selected 17,488 sharp edges at 30-degree threshold. So it's telling you exactly what your sharpest degree is on your model. So now you can go into the smoothing tool and set auto smooth to 30 degrees. So in case you're wondering how that setting ever worked, now you can solve that problem just by looking at the bottom of your screen. Again, 17,488 at 30-degree thresh. Good. So let's see what happens if we clear it and then do it again. 17,488. Okay, so it is correct. Clear. Yeah, it is cool, eh? And we are in shaded mode. We're not even in wireframe mode, which is cool to have the wireframe texture on, you know? I could even go into shaded mode now, or even rendered mode, and still have that wireframe. Isn't that fucking cool, man? And look at that, you can even see that there's geometry still in the mouth that got to be cleaned up. Isn't that fucking sick? I think that's the coolest thing ever. Alright, anyway. So let's go to medium. I did that. That's amazing. Jesus Christ, dude. That is sexy, man. Fuck, am I good at this. Oh my god, bro. Am I good at this? We just invented a new smoothing system for Blender, bro. What the fuck, man? And this works insane. I am absolutely freaking thrilled right now. And yeah, the rest is just simple cleanup. Look at that. I'm just going to go over it once with the brush now. Done. And the eyebrows, they're perfect. The eyebrows. The hat. There's no... Oh, yeah, there's a little bit going on here. But that's just because of our subdivision that we added. But, oh, man, I'm so fucking happy. Look at that. Uh-oh. We do have a little bit of a deformation going on here. And under the lens of the cap. Okay. I know what to do. Yes! And he kept this belt buckle in here. Yes, dude. Oh fuck, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love when this shit happens, dude. I actually think it's so fucking cool, man. I encourage everybody to learn how to make things like that, dude. That's so fucking cool, man. I love making tools. That's so cool, man. Yeah, I'm just fascinated by, like, this works so well, and I've been doing this just for a day. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on Blender Kit. It'll be on Blender Market. So Blender Kit's a free add-on for Blender. I'll show you what it is. So you can click it. You got your free models. You can, I haven't logged in yet, but you got HDRs. So if you want to change the lighting on your scene, like for example, we'll go into shaded mode here. You can change your HDRs just by clicking, and it'll go search, and you can choose them up here. And you just click it, it adds it away. But bro, I think that's the coolest fucking thing ever, bro. That is the coolest damn thing ever. No, 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 no. I don't want to create a new project. Oh man, that is just the coolest thing. Hey bro, what's up, man? Long time no see. Yeah, dude, we just made a sick fucking add-on, man. Like we just made a really cool add-on. Yeah. I just want to keep playing with it and just making sure it is going. And then yeah, once you have your highlighted edges, those are the highlighted edges, by the way, are going to be your preserved edges. Like it's showing right here. So maybe I could add a brush to eliminate which are preserved edges, right? Like maybe hold Control and Paint, and it'll remove that from that. Like for example, if I clear it now, we go medium, we should get a really, really conform smooth. We still have cavity. Cavity. Yeah, but dude, that's working. That looks really good so far. Yeah, but dude, compared to the amount of work you had to do before, watch. All you really have to do is paint over it. Okay, now let's bring it down another level of subdivision. Let's show edge. Let's hit medium. We haven't tried the quick presets either. I'll give those a shot in a minute. Oh yeah, that's nice. So what happens? Let's go heavy and see what happens. Oh yeah, dude, that's not bad at all. Okay, now let's try strong and quick preset. See what happens. It's slightly different than the Smart Smooth at the top, see? Let's see what happens if we go max. Let's try the max. That way I can just delete the quick presets tab, add something else into there. Manifold, that's what I need to do. Manifold, 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 manifold. and get rid of those. So say if I just went from that right into heavy smart. So let's try that again just so I can see the vast difference. Yeah, much better. And then, for example, you just go into your smooth. Just top up all of the... Yeah, it could smooth a little bit further, eh? I think maybe make it 12 iterations. Yeah, one thing I did notice, though, here, so let's bring in another Daxter. Let's bring him down here. I noticed if we do less subdivisions... Notice that? Like, less subdivisions kind of looks a lot better. Like, look how much less cleanup work there is to do. Yeah, there you go. Does that make sense to anybody? Like, that's crazy, eh? I do know why it makes sense, because there's so many more faces to smooth. It takes a lot more power to smooth them, so like you need to increase your brush even strength a lot more. So detecting its bare minimum is actually really good. Like, that's cool, man. That's really, really cool. And so is this. You wouldn't believe that. That's awesome to have. Like this. Like, that's so fucking cool, man. I like that so much. What if I can add an option to change the color? We can just do that later after dinner or something. Dude, I'm so thrilled about that. You don't understand, like... And I love that it made the ice... Like, that it took so long to get the add-on to learn how to do. Like, you wouldn't believe it. So, to prevent it from pinching up these vertices on the side, because if it was one of these full squares, but right here overlaid on the line, it would just pull it, right? So, just... Because it's the same face. So, what I got it to do is split them around the sharpest edges and reconstruct small vertices around that. And that's why you see these tiny square shapes where they're needed only. And it works so well, dude. Like, look at that, dude. It's right on the money. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Other than this little crossover right here. But I'm pretty sure that's on this side. This side is the side that we had it calculate. I love it, dude. And I also like how you can go into, like, full shaded mode with your wireframe. Like, that's so cool, dude. Bringing wireframe into shaded mode, that's so cool. So cool. Anyway, I'm going to go make dinner here, but we'll be back on in a little bit here. We'll go over and make some Unity stuff. We got some programming to do in there. Maybe top this add-on off also at the end. We got to make some skins for Marble, so we'll do that in Substance Painter. We got VFX to do, animation, and then, yeah, you can catch some 3D prints on at Boss Poses at Cults 3D, ArtStation, and Creality Cloud. Those are my main stores. You can also find my stuff on DeviantArt and pretty much Patreon and every other site on the internet. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your dinner with your family.